We spent the last few days right here at Ebenezer County Park. It's just south of Charlotte, North Carolina, but we are in South Carolina. One of the things we have learned is that county parks are often the very nicest campgrounds around. But today we're pulling up stakes with our friends Adam and Helena, and we're driving about 80 or 90 miles to visit a Harvest Host site on an ostrich farm. Sounds like fun. I'm Jeff, Kathy's getting things ready, and this is Miles and Smiles.
This is Ed, our nice big male right here, and this is Bella, right over here.
Ed and Bella.
So yeah, Ed and Bella. My wife is a Twilight fan, so we got Ed and Bella. That's it.
So she's been laying eggs?
Correct. She laid 73 eggs last year, which is a lot for her. Her average is going to be closer to 50. On the low end, it can go down as low as 10 or 20.
Now, do you eat the eggs too?
We have eaten the eggs. So the yolk is very rich, and at restaurants we sell to love to make desserts out of them. Creme brulees and ice creams. We've made frittatas out of it. We made a scramble. I don't recommend it because one, you either need a whole big pan or you have to do it a lot. Just to cook to 24 chicken eggs.
One egg?
Yeah, one egg, 24 chicken eggs. Can be up to 30 if you have an exceptionally big egg. Yeah, and I'm telling you, if you're doing an omelet, man, you gotta have a Paul Bunyan-sized skillet, to fit all that in there. It's crazy.
Wow.
If you're going to get an inside strip, which is the most tender cut on the bird, or an outside strip, which looks similar, may taste pretty similar and stuff like that, but the outside strip's about the fifth or sixth most tender cut on the bird.
Quite right about discussing cuts of meat in front of the animal that is going to be cut up.
Relax.
Yeah, I can see that's a little bit weird, but trust me, they don't know. They're not so intelligent, and they have a happy, great life. They play with each other and run around and everything, and then just one day, a couple of them are gone. They don't know.
You might remember Saturday Night Live where Rosanna Dana used to say, "It's always something." Well, it's always something.
All right, what's wrong?
This wire was pinched between the metal right in here, and it broke right through one side, so it had a complete breakthrough on just half of the wire. So I'm splicing. I took them apart. I'm splicing it back together, and it should give them brake lights and turn signals again on the tow dolly.
And that kept shorting out the
That was shorting
fuse.
out the fuse. Yep.
That's one thing. Yeah, definitely going to short something out. That's ain't no doubt.
It's always something.
Soldiers, sailors, and airmen of the Allied Expeditionary Force, you are about to embark upon the great crusade toward which we have striven these many months. The eyes of the world are upon you. The hopes and prayers of liberty-loving people everywhere march with you. In company with our brave allies and brothers in arms on other fronts, you will bring about the destruction of the German war machine, the elimination of Nazi tyranny over the oppressed peoples of Europe, and security for ourselves in a free world. Your task will not be an easy one. Your enemy is well-trained, well-equipped, and battle-hardened. He will fight savagely. But this is the year 1944. Much has happened since the Nazi triumphs of 1940-41. The United Nations have inflicted upon the Germans great defeats in open battle, man to man. Our air offensive has seriously reduced their strength in the air and their capacity to wage war on the ground. Our home fronts have given us an overwhelming superiority in weapons and munitions of war, and placed at our disposal great reserves of trained fighting men. The tide has turned. The free men of the world are marching together to victory. I have full confidence in your courage, devotion to duty, and skill in battle. We will accept nothing less than full victory. Good luck, and let us all beseech the blessing of Almighty God upon this great and noble undertaking.
It's always something. The driver's side front wheel hub is leaking grease and therefore making a sound. Rah, 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 rah. They suggested it's not safe for us to drive it, so we're getting towed to. So what we just learned is that this truck won't handle our RV. The axle's too far back for them, and it's going to be pushed too close to the tow truck. So now we're going to wait another 45 minutes for them to get a different truck to come out of Roanoke and pick us up. He's going to stay here and get it ready so that when the truck gets here, they can just hook it up and go. Now we got the big boy. So what happened is that the tow truck dropped our RV. They were taking it off when they got here to the service center, and something happened. Nothing they planned or expected, but they dropped the RV, and the front end is kind of bashed in a little bit. So we'll see what's next. We are packing up the car to head home to New Jersey. Looks like we're going to leave the RV here in Lynchburg, Virginia for a while. It needs two kinds of repair. It needs repair for the wheels, which is what the original problem was, and it also needs repair for perhaps some chassis work and some cosmetic damage on the front because the tow truck that brought us to the repair facility dropped us. Not a happy thing, although I will say it felt like a worse day for the tow truck company owner than it did for us. So we're carefully sorting through everything that we think we will need back in New Jersey. We're going to leave a lot of stuff in the RV here, and we hope within a few weeks we'll be back down to pick her up and take her home and get ready for our next big trip. If you enjoyed these videos, would you please do us a favor and subscribe to our channel? The more people who subscribe, the more people YouTube shows the channel to when they do RV related searches. And of course, we really appreciate a thumbs up. Life's a journey. Make every mile count.